keeps us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Hello. Know what I'm doing. Grassroots, Hayward. No, it's grassroots. Okay. Got too many groups going on. Too many groups going on. Oh, look at that. Shot a picture of my friend. Facebook. Gotta share it to Facebook. I heard somebody say they're doing something, and I just find it, she is so coincidental. We're just going to keep this the Trudging Together family. It's so coincidental. I'll wait a little bit. Give it a few minutes. I'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to pull out my dictionary here, my big book dictionary. I keep telling people, if you want to make a pretty penny, they didn't even spell anonymous correctly, and half the words aren't in here. And somebody bought this, so it's actually still been kind of useful, but yeah. All right, I don't know why my video, this camera is just ticking me off. It keeps going out. It doesn't matter. So I'm just going to kind of get this ready. Hello. Is it still morning? Yep. Good morning. Control. Controversy, contribution, contributions, controversial. Not control. Control is not in here. Okay, let's go for power. Let's see if it's in here. Because these are two different words, right? See, it had powerless and powerlessness. His name is Scott, and he's an Elkie. He's a drunk. Did you know? He's a drunk. But are you a chronic alcoholic? Are you a hopeless, helpless, chronic alcoholic? Let's do introductions and get started. This is very much just Dion Yakin. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion, and I find it hilarious that people try and steal my shit. That's what it's about. If you're here, like here, please say hello. Whether you're watching live or the rewatch, I have a lot of rewatchers. All right. I'm also going to do what I can to keep this to recovery. Actually, it's very much about recovery. See, there's a group of people out there that do not like me, and every time I do something, they try and repeat it. And today they made the announcement that they're going to start using their stuff to help homeless alcoholics. I did it again. I was talking to a friend about this, and you know what? Good on them. Good. They do everything I ask them to do, actually, because they hate me that much. They're doing that out of resentment, but it doesn't matter to me. Now they're going to use their money on people that can't pay them. We're going to get the right thing no matter what. See, God works in great ways, man. Let's talk about the power and control that we allow other people to have over us. Let's talk about that. Because what is it? Emotions. It's emotions. Definition of power.
Here's the definition of power. The ability to
I tried to look up here, but it wasn't there.
Way, especially as a faculty or quality.
Okay. The ability to do something or act in a particular way, especially as a faculty or quality. The power of speech. But that's not really what we're looking about, right? Possession of control, authority, or influence over others. That's what we're looking for. So it is all ego. It is. You're correct. It does all lead back to that. It's nothing but old behavior. It really is. Now, see, the thing is let's say I want to do some sort of fundraiser. They'll do it. They'll do it for me. I don't have to spend it. See, I spend their money all the time. I don't need any money. I spend other people's money because they are giving me that much power and control. So I'm taking that and I'm taking advantage of it. You bet your ass I am. Yeah. See, sometimes I put stuff out on Facebook that I don't really plan on doing, but I know it'll get done. I'm curious about this, though, just real quick. What's the difference between power and control? Power is the ability to influence others, while control is the process of influencing others. So power is the ability and control is the process. So they very much go together. So when you put these two together, power and control equal what? Manipulation. Manipulation. Is manipulation old behavior? Or is manipulation good like consequences can be? I'm sitting here telling you I'm doing it. Nobody's bitching at me. Yeah, I'm manipulating them. They're letting me. This stuff needs to get done. And if nobody wants to listen, I just go a different route and God supplies me with it. But I find it very, very funny that all of a sudden they're all about the homeless. And now it's so great. Now they help with mental illnesses, or they have like a mental thing now. Okay. This will fall apart like a leper in a hailstorm. Okay. Colorado is very much going a different way. We're going a different way. Okay. Now, do I actually have power or control? No, I don't. I don't really have any. Unless you allow me. And if you allow me to have power control, my default is to utilize that. And there's nothing wrong with it. Just like my anger. Give it some time. And that anger you can use that anger to use it towards something else that's useful. What am I doing? I'm actually supporting them more than they know. I'm teaching them how to do the right things. You don't need to like me in order for me to influence you. All you need to do is have an overwhelming emotion towards me. That's all I need. Because any emotion overdone for an alcoholic is bad news. And I know that. And just like they're manipulating people into the wrong place, I'm going to manipulate them into the right place. I'm going to do what I can. You bet. When anyone anywhere reaches out for help, I want the hand of God to be there. And for that, I'm responsible for everyone. Okay. Now, a lot of other people, oh man, they're doing it again. Yeah, they're doing it again. Yeah. See the difference? Okay. I figured this out 2 years ago because I was doing fentanyl awareness, and suddenly they did it on the same date. They did it the same. They even took the same people, same time, same format, everything. All they did was change the flyer. And at that point, I was pissed. I'd actually canceled mine because I was like, I'm going to do more harm than good. Okay. I'll tell you something. They probably did it better than I could have. I'm just going to admit that. But I got it done, didn't I? See, this is the difference. I don't need to be the center of the limelight. I've got my arena. I come here and my friends hang out with me. I'm the center of attention. It's over with. Great. I got it. I don't need it anymore. Do I like being the center of attention? Fuck yes, I do. That's why there's a lot of humility involved in this. That's why I form groups so that we can vote. And a lot of times the vote is not what I wanted, but it's not about what I want. So, so it doesn't matter. But let me tell you something. It took me a while to get to this spot. Yeah. Do I have power right now? Yeah, I have a lot of power, but only because people are giving it to me. Only because people are giving it to me. I'm just a guy in, how am I such a threat? I'm just a guy in Northland doing what he's supposed to be doing. And I'm this huge threat. I'm in my pajamas. I hardly even leave the house, and I'm a threat. I'm not. Now, if you come into my lane and you're fucking around, I'm going to do what I can to boot you out unless you change. All right. But guess what? You want to know what I believe? People can change. What? Yes, even these people can change. Sure, they can. They got a great program. I always say that. Is it the program's so good, I'm stealing it. You bet. But it was being abused. Well, now they can't take insurance and they can't take money from the state. Well, they're not getting it from the call prescription. They're not getting it from there anymore. I know that. Office of Behavioral Health took them down. So yeah, they're grabbing for things because they're not bringing in the money that they were, and now they're living a lifestyle that they're used to. This is all, and see how fast I was. Bam, 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 bam. You know how long it took me to start to get this house together? 4 years. 4 years is what it took me. And that's not the end goal. The halfway house is a step towards the goal. You want to know what the goal is? Letting people know in AA they're doing it wrong. So I'm just trying to change the AA rooms. But without all this other stuff, it won't happen. It won't happen. Hi, sweetie. I had to go on and talk about this. It means progress. It does. It does. See, let's put it plainly, and please don't take it the wrong way. But yes, I do have a lot of power. But it's because I'm doing the right thing with it. If I do the wrong thing, you know what will happen? God will take it from me. And then he will go give it to somebody else that will do it correctly. That's what will happen. I've watched it happen. I'm not going to let that happen to me. I'm going to stay humble. This is, somebody told me this earlier. I don't like giving things away. If they want to say they were the ones that figured it out, that's fine. But we work on humility and anonymity here. It ran through my mind. And this guy's a cool dude. I'm just trying to figure out how to say it to him so I don't hurt his feelings. But he was in AA meeting. He was going to be in our meeting. But he's like, I'm at a 12-step AA study. And he took a picture of the group and posted it in our chat. And you can't do that. But he's still kind of young and stuff. So I'm just trying to figure out the best way. He's a good guy. He just needs to know, don't do that because you do it to the wrong person. They're going to chew you a new ass. And then you're going to get butthurt and you're probably going to leave the meeting. So, okay. You cannot tell other people's stories. That is anonymity. You cannot let other people faces, all these other things. You've got to be careful. It's part of the problem that I have. Oh, thanks to so-and-so and this company and these people, I'm sober today. They got 3 months. But I'm a recovered alcoholic with long-term sobriety. And I'm doing the next right thing. Yeah. Straight up now, tell me, are you gonna be? Besides Billy Joel, I've been to more Billy Joel concerts than any other artist. You want to know who the next one is? Paula Abdul. Straight up. Love Paula Abdul. Love her. She's beautiful. It isn't her music. It's very poppy, but her concerts, she's a phenomenal tap dancer, and I loved it, loved it, loved it. So that's why. Yeah. Now you know my secret. Paul Abdul. I give a fuck. I've always told people I love Paul Abdul. And it isn't that she's pretty or hot or anything. It's just she's a cool fucking person. So anyway, I would rather it was called influence than power. Do I have any real control? No. Control I have none of. We learned that in the first step, didn't we? Yeah. You know, it takes time to put these things together. And I don't know about anybody else, but we've got all the answers that we need. And I'm tired of this throwing shit against the wall, hoping it sticks. That is a sales mentality. Okay? I'm tired of sober livings and recovery coaching being a pyramid scheme, because that's exactly what it is. Only the RCOs are making any money. Somebody got sued for $30,000, right, over a chargeback. I doubt they even made that much money. And if they didn't, then how in the fuck are you going to have to pay $30,000 on a chargeback for something you didn't do? No, see, some threats were made here. Threats were made. And this all goes together. There's no way in 5 years that they're going to be able to avoid jail time. There'll be too much shit. Okay? Go look what's happened in California. And you'll see what happened. California's getting better. California is better than we are. There is no state in the country worse than Colorado right now when it comes to recovery. And that should piss you the fuck off. Especially if you're somebody like me who's actually trying to help. We have no money for treatment. We have no money for detoxing. We don't have money for anything because all these people are taking their clients and going to Hawaii with it as a write-off. That's the shit that's happening with. No wonder. Absolutely. You're right. Yeah. You're welcome, man. You're welcome. And I appreciate people recognizing. I appreciate people recognizing it. I'm not looking for a party. And I'm not saying that you recognize what I'm doing. That you recognize that it's getting done and that you recognize why Dion's doing what he's doing. That's the recognition I appreciate. Because for the last 4 or 5 years, nobody fucking believed me. And in the last 6 months, everybody's been coming out. Dion, you were right. You're right. I know. You should have fucking listened to me. Now we have to start over. Do you have any friends that I've had come back in the last 6 months? And it wasn't that I was right. It wasn't. They don't come back because they know I was right. It's because I'm the kind of person that understands that people make fucking mistakes. And if you can admit that, I'm willing to move forward with you. You want to know why? Because I fucked up a lot. And look where I'm at. I'm a trusted member in my community. That's weird to me. That's weird. It's weird that I have this influence. I've never had this before. I'm making the popular people do what I want. I'm going to tell you what helped me. I'll tell you who really, really helped me through this last year. Pastor Marcia. She has been helping me with my humility. No, she understands where I'm coming from because she's a pastor. And nobody wants to listen to her either. I should rephrase that. She is a successful pastor. And she's like, people are leaving the church. And every time we talk, it's like, what you guys are doing, what you're doing, it's great. Right? And she's in a 12-step group too. Not for addiction. Not for any kind of addiction. See? You never know. You never know. Everybody out there is fucking hurting. Everyone is. You know, especially this last week. Wow, what a week. All right. It's been a week now. And, you know, I've got even with what I do and I'm open-minded, people have been sending me messages like, you know, informing me. And I'm going to tell you, I already know. I do. I think of everybody. I even think of the bullies, man. It's just a frame of reference. Are they really bullies? No, they're children of God. But because they are in that classification, I treat them a little different because I meet them where they're at, which is not meeting them at all. Okay. Right. So, but I did find it very, very, very ironic. Why would they get into homeless? So you know what I'm going to do now? I know what I need to do next. I need to find out where the homeless money is at and call them and say, don't you dare fucking give it to them. I'm going to go report to the homeless, because who knows that? I'll be like, no, don't give them any money. And they're like, what? Do you want the money? No, I don't do government money. But I'll be more than happy to spend it for you in the right place. I have an idea. Why don't you take that money, help us open a treatment center with this detox that we're putting up? How about that? How about some public service announcements? How about helping AA? How about when somebody goes to Google and says, I need help with my drinking problem, that AA comes up, not 988. Not that 988 isn't good. Is it? I'll give it what it is. It's available. Okay. It's what it is. Okay. And it is. It's about influence for me. Well, influence doesn't really come with power. Right. I'll just tell you shortly what I do, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. First, let me read a tradition. What do you mean, people experience homelessness? I don't know what you mean by that. You mean homeless people? Because I'm not going to say people experiencing homelessness. I'm not going to say alcohol use disorder. No, drunks, Skid Row drunks. How about that? There's nothing wrong with being a person that's homeless. But I hear what you're saying, because, but how am I going to appease everybody? See, you can call me, do you have alcohol use disorder? I prefer drunk. Thank you. I prefer drunk. I even prefer that over alcoholic. I know. I knew what you were doing. Yeah. Yeah. I knew you weren't going against what I was saying. You were adding to it. Yeah. Okay. Because you go over there, talk to these people, they'll talk over your head. I don't do that shit. Well, look at me. I can say alcohol use disorder. You know, you want to know why we got that? Because NADAC didn't have anything else to do for 20 fucking years. Because we were doing that good. Well, they didn't want that. Welcome to fentanyl. Yeah. I had my phone on his tablet, and Keegan was up so close watching you and listening and cooking and cocking his head from side to side. Oh, how cute. He's like, who is this person from which I am hearing? Hi, Keegan. Keegan, come here, Keegan. Let me know if that worked. Tradition 8. Alcoholics Anonymous should remain forever non-professional, but our service centers may employ special workers. Now, it doesn't cover it. Okay. But the 8th step, or the 8th tradition, is about creating service work. Okay. It's about creating the proper service work. It's about creating service work where leisure as an alcoholic ends up helping alcoholics. And I'll give you an example of that. Once the detox is over and you want to go to treatment, if you're an alcoholic, and I'm just making up floors now, you're going to go to the 3rd floor. If you have a problem with drugs, you're going to the 4th floor. That's where and we're going to separate them. Now, can they go to meetings and do stuff together? Sure they can. Sure we can. We have a crisis center right next door. All the resources that we need. Okay. Are we all the resources? No. Silly. Everybody's got their place. No, you will have different people from different companies at the hospital that have an office there so that we can contact them immediately and get the help that we need now. Yeah, like somebody from the DMV. Right? Did he? Aw, you're a good boy, Keegan. You're a good boy. See, I have more power. I'm power now. But I had to get that off my chest, and I'll tell you why. Because it was going to my head. It was going to my head quickly. I got fun. I did nothing but laugh and laugh and laugh. Not as much as I laughed at the block punt last night, but I laughed. And I thought, Dion, you're getting too much joy out of this. Yeah, you're getting too much joy out of this. So I figured I'd go tell him myself. Here we are. So, all right. Well, my old grumpy group of alcoholics meeting is in about 15 minutes. I like this one. It's what it is. It's just the guys that can't get up the stairs at Vitality anymore. It's them on a Zoom meeting, and it's just as good as my grassroots meeting. Our grassroots meeting, than the grassroots meeting, right? It is a good meeting. So, yeah, since my last live, I mean, I've been on the phone with 3 different people, all kind of about the same stuff. My first phone call was to a judge who's a good friend of mine. Yeah, she has some influence. Helped her out. I'll help her out again. We talked about some things. Next call was a person that was actually in AA, saw my thing on Nextdoor. She's the GSR in Westminster and Broomfield, and we had a long talk. And she knew about the Phoenix concept. She knew Ray Hayworth, and there's a good chance that we actually do know each other. We knew a lot of the same things. I told her what was going on, including the central office. Yeah, Leisure, don't donate right now. If any of your money is going to the Denver central office, don't donate it. If you want to further, I'm not gonna come on here and say what. Well, yeah, I am, because the Bridge the Gap group paid a certain amount of money to go over to Free Community, and that is an outside thing. And your money went to it. My money went to it. They just made a decision based off of popularity. See, it's called the Abilene effect. And it's when a group of people make the wrong decision based upon popularity. And that's exactly what happened. And I know, because it's the same darn people. So now they're invading our AA meetings. Literally. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen with this. These people are just getting out of treatment. Oh, you don't need AA. We're going to make you a recovery coach. Here we go again. And they're using AA to do it. And now AA is paying them to do it. You okay with that? Because I'm not okay with it. But is that a fight that I need to fight? Come on. Yeah, we all got our place. So, and then I got to talk to another friend. Actually, I talked to Angel, and we're discussing having a fundraiser with like, I think we get like 3-4 local bands and just make a fucking thing of it. We have like 3 really good bands, and we charge $20 a head. Or do we go donation? We might get more from that. I don't know. Right? So, yeah, trying to organize things. The Hayworth house is out of control. Well, the group, nothing's really out of control. It's I've got to take things and put them, because not everybody wants to work on location. That's boring. But finding toothpaste and getting beds together, they like doing that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create 2 or 3 different groups, and then you can be in whatever group, and I'm going to separate them, and then we'll all have one big meeting at once. See, that's what I do. See, I'm creating service work. Did you know what creating service work is? Creating service work. It's service work. It's my service work. There's not enough service. There's no 12-step calls. The fuck? I am 8 years sober, and I've been on one 12-step call, and it was not through AA. They actually found me through here. It wasn't through AA, and I'm fucking tired of it. That phone should be ringing constantly. But now it's so slow. We got to do what's called, whatever night where we get together and hang out because the phone doesn't ring anymore. It's sad. Oh, but we all get together and we're having fun here. I could be at home having fun. I came here to do 12-step work, not chat with you, eat popcorn and watch movies. I love you, but I need to give this away. But all the places that we go to do that have systematically been removed from you. So I'm bringing them back. Fuck them. And they can't stop me because I take no government money or money. All right. Thank you, everybody. I love you. Thanks. I mean it from the bottom of my fucking heart. This has been a lonely, lonely business for 4 years. It talks about in the book, it says, it will show you how to find the fellowship you crave. I'm at 8 years and I'm just finding it. So don't give up. Don't give up, man. Even the people doing this, I will still do anything I can if they are willing and need help. I will do it. I don't care. But if it means that they're not going to change and I need to stop them by putting them in jail, I'm willing to do that too. The choice is no longer mine. The choice has been put in their hands, and it's clear what they want to do. They don't know another way. And if we could make that switch, bam, they wouldn't have been famous. They would have been fucking infamous. They would have left with their names on fucking treatment centers because they did such a good job because the community loved them so much. They had that chance, man. That's the frustrating part. What do we call that? Denial. And it is a river in Africa, not Egypt. I'm going to prove it. In what country is the Nile located? I'm about to be very wrong here. I want you to know that. I think my dyslexia mixed it up, but I'm going to be wrong here because I looked down, I didn't see Egypt, but there are other countries. Nile River located is included in multiple countries, including Egypt, Sudan, South Sudan, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Kenya, Democratic Republic of the Congo, Rwanda, Uganda, and Tanzania. So it goes through both. So all of them are correct. Yay. Another thing I don't have to argue about in my head. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. Peace out.